So we've come today, we're up to the third chakra, which is the Manipura Chakra. And this is it's the seat of our power, really. Or, well, it's power, it's also transformation. It's situated above the navel, below the ribs. So it's that really soft part below the navel, above the navel and below the ribs. And this is where our self-esteem is. So the first chakra is where we're sort of connected to, it's where we connect, and it was about, I know it was our root and our base, and this is also about sort of where we connect to traditional and sort of family beliefs and all that. And then we came, which the Muladhara, then we came up to the second chakra, which was the Shadhisthana, which we did last week, and that's where we form relationships. And now we've come up, the relationships between ourselves, with ourselves and with others. And then we come up to this third chakra, the Manipura, and this relates to our personal power in relation to the external world. So it's our personal power and out in the world. So it's about us. It's relating to our physical form and our internal form. And it's about our endurance and stamina and self-respect. So honoring ourselves. The transformation is transforming matter and energy into a usable form. So if you think about the position of it, this is where our digestive system is as well. So it actually is about the physical digestion, but it's also about the digestion of ideas and bringing them into practice and things that we think, you know, do we stand up for ourselves? Do we feel strong and courageous? So some of the words associated with this chakra are, as I said, self-esteem, self-respect, self-discipline, ambition, ability to generate action. So it's actually transformations where we actually put these things into action. The ability to handle a crisis, the courage to take risks, generosity, ethics, and strength of character. And Alice Walker said, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. So I thought that was a really interesting quote from her. So today we will be building up a bit of heat, even though the moon at the moment is on its last phase. So we need to relax, but we'll do a nice long relaxation at the end. And we're just going to start with some nice breathing. So actually place your hands on the Manipura, which is on the soft part. I'm going to come to my mat now, you can see me. Just place, it's quite nice to place one hand, say the left hand above the navel on the Manipura Chakra, on that lovely soft part between the ribs and the navel. And then just place the other hand just below it. And then just take your breath, particularly into the left hand. So really visualizing that area where the Manipura, your chakra of transformation, is. And just start taking the breath and feeling how the breath can press into the hand. And releasing. So just gently breathing, just building up some heat with the breath. And the colour that's associated with this chakra is yellow, a beautiful sort of golden yellow. So maybe visualise that colour at this spot. And as you inhale, that colour becomes brighter. And as you exhale, it's just simmering there in that area. As you inhale, maybe you're taking that, the yellow spreads even more, the golden yellow. And as you exhale, just simmers in the Manipura area. It's just a few more breaths here. And then just releasing the hands to the side of the body. Just bring the palms facing upwards, and just notice the back of the body against the ground. We're going to inhale, we're going to raise the arms above the head. Feel the back of the body against the ground. And then we're going to bring both knees to the chest. And just place the hands on the knees and circle the knees around the sitting bones. And then the other way. Squeeze the knees to the chest and keep your mind's eye during the practice just in that Manipura area, and even continue to imagine that yellow golden light sitting in there, just gently glowing. We're going to inhale, press the shoulders into the ground, and exhale, bring the nose up towards the knees. And then inhale, lower the back down onto the ground. Let's keep hold of the left knee and extend the right leg out along the ground. Excuse my throat. Feel the back of the head on the ground and the shoulders are released to the ground. Feel the hips are even on the ground, the back of the hips. And then feel the extended right leg and drawing the left knee towards you. And just flex both feet and gently press through each heel. So a gentle stretch in the inner groins. And then we're just going to transform that into a twist. So just place the left sole of the foot on top of the right thigh and just take that knee across to the right and extend the left arm. And just take a couple of breaths here. Breathing down into that Manipura area. Using every exhalation to just release. One more breath. And then come back up to center and lengthen the leg out. Just notice each side of the body. Bring the right knee to the chest, draw it to the chest. Feel the shoulders on the ground again, feel the evenness of the head. Back of the leg. Gently pressing through both heels. But also notice, as you know, we're squeezing the knee gently to the chest, but also notice where else you can release and you're not holding tight in the jaw or the neck. And then place the sole of the right foot on the left thigh. You can use that left hand to take the knee across the body, extend the right arm, and just breathe into that twist. Particularly feeling the twist high up in the Manipura area. One more breath. And then back to center. Bring both knees to the chest and just gently rock from side to side. And then we're going to come up to sit. So either rocking on the spine or rocking over to one side. You can always rock a couple of times. And then come up to seated. Let's bring the soles of the feet together first. So the Baddha Konasana. So remember, when we bring the soles of the feet together, just bring the fingertips behind and just butterfly the legs. That's it. And then just bring the hands, just give the arches of the feet a little massage. Just really rub the arches of the feet. That's it. And then we're just going to lean back again. We're going to cross the legs. And remember, if it's good for you to sit up on something here when we cross the legs, just take a folded blanket or something. We're not going to be here for long. We're only doing a couple of things here today. So let's just place the hands on the knees and feel that connection to the earth through our sitting bones, but then feel the hips, the shoulders and the ears are in nice alignment. So we're reaching the crown of the head up to the ceiling, and we're just feeling that in alignment. Really feel we're creating space in that area where the Manipura Chakra is. And I thought it was something I was reading I thought was quite interesting, that when we're physically sick, or we sort of feel depressed, and it is sort of like we've lost our power a bit, that area is the area that sort of collapses, isn't it? And that we sort of fall forwards and our head drops. So keeping that open and strong, just thinking about it, that even the physical space helps you sort of like feel that you have some power and strength as you sit up. So we're going to transition to seated cat-cows. So leading with that area. So we just inhale and just gently gaze up to the ceiling and use the hands to draw that area forward. Draw the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, rock back on the sitting bones and take the navel right back to the spine and the chin to the chest. So inhaling, coming forward, and exhaling to your own breath. Inhaling forward. Really use the breath here, because it'll start creating a bit of heat in that central area of the body. One more each way. And then back to center. That's it. And then we're going to circle around and try and inhale as you come forward. So inhaling, coming forward as you circle around the sitting bones, and exhale as you come back and the chin comes to the chest. So inhaling, circling right round, exhaling back. One more this way, coming all the way back. And then circling the other way, inhaling forward. That's it. One more. And then back to center. And just notice if you can feel maybe a bit of warmth in this area. We're going to come over onto hands and knees now. So knees directly beneath the hips, wrists beneath the hands. And just first of all, feel this tabletop position. Press the shins and the hands into the ground and draw that front body, draw the navel to the spine, and just feel that connection of the front of the body to the back of the body. We're going to tuck the toes under, and we're just going to lift the knees just a couple of centimeters off the ground, and then lower them back down. So let's inhale here and come into that cow position where we drop the abdomen, the belly towards the ground. And then when we exhale, we're just going to press into the feet and raise the knees off the ground. So we're really drawing all the muscles towards the center of the body, using the core here. Inhale, release the knees. And just soften into a very soft cow position. Exhale all the breath out, raise the knees up. One more time. Inhale, soften into the cow. And exhale, bring the knees up. Squeeze all the muscles towards the center of the abdomen. That's it. And then exhale, lower the knees down. Untuck the toes, take the hips to the back of the, to the heels. Lengthen the arms out. Take a breath here with the hips heavy. And then circle the hips, nice big circles. And then the other way. Bring the hips back to the heels. Bring the hands out. Let's bring the hands out as wide as the mat, the fingertips to face the edge of the mat, to be at the edge of the mat. Just bring the head down. It's got nice arms a bit wider than the shoulders. Keep the hands, when the arms are stretched out, keep the arms and hands exactly here. And then come up onto the knees and bring the feet out so the little toes are at the edges of the mat. So we're coming up into a nice wide downward dog. And then we're just going to press into the knees and just come up. It's a really nice, soft, wide downward dog. And just take a breath here. That's it. Let's just bend each knee, so sway from side to side. And then press into the hands, take the hips back towards the back of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in here, and exhale out. And then roll back down on the knees. Bring the knees in line with the hips, and then bring the feet in and take the hips back. So the knees and the hips are in line. Just bring the hands in a little bit. So they're still slightly wider than the shoulders. And we're going to inhale up to all fours again and come back up into the traditional Ardha Mukha Shavasana, which is the downward dog. That's it. And let's just come up onto tiptoes and then take the heels to the ground. You don't have to have straight knees here. Up onto tiptoes and lower down. That's it. And one more time, up onto the tiptoes and lower down. And then let's just take a breath up again from the palms of the hands, down the backs of the legs. Remember, you can always be down on your knees here as well. You don't need to stay in the downward dog. And I'm going to walk the hands to the front of the mat. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Just take hold of the elbows here. If this is comfortable for you. Bend in the knees and just sway from side to side. Really let the upper body be heavy. Maybe feel that length in the lower back as you fold forward. And then we're going to release the arms and we're going to roll up slowly, feeling vertebra by vertebra. Come up. Bring the head up last and up to standing. That's it. So let's feel the feet on the ground. Let's raise the toes up and then fan them down onto the ground. So we want our base to be as big as possible. So really spreading the feet. Press into the feet and feel that activity in the legs as soon as you press into the feet. And then reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling. It's a mountain pose. I'm feeling strong in this pose. You know, I know it's just standing, but it's one of the most important poses to just feel your strength, feel into the body. And let's just take a breath into the Manipura area. Bring our mind's eye back here. Maybe visualize the yellow, golden, glowing light. Press into the feet and inhale, bring the arms up. Let's interlace all the fingers, but the index fingers. So we're pointing the index fingers up. Bring the arms towards the ears, keep the shoulders low. And also keep the upper ribs in, because it's really tempting when you do this to really stick the ribs out. So still think about that ankles, hips, shoulders in alignment here. And I quite like this because it feels like a bit like the shape of a flame as well. So press the feet into the ground and inhale, reach the arms up, really feel how long you can go. And then exhale over to the left, crescent to the left, back up to center, and crescent to the right. And back up to center. And then just maybe lean back a bit, look up to the ceiling, and then back to center. And then release the arms down. That's it. Inhale, raise the arms up. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Let the crown of the head drop towards the floor. Wherever you are in the position, just let the crown of the head drop so the head's nice and heavy. Bring the hands up halfway, just below the knees, and lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And exhale, forward fold. Let's step the left foot back, lower the knee. You might untuck the toes, press the foot and the shin into the ground, and then sweep the arms up. That's it. And just really feel that length in the sides of the body. Inhale here and exhale, bring the hands down. Now from here, we're going to step back into a plank. So we're tucking the toes under and you're just going to step back to a plank. Draw the navel to the spine. Nice long neck, back of the neck. Lower the knees, and you can remember you don't have to keep the knees up for any time. If you're more comfortable with the knees down, just keep the knees down. And then lower the forehead to the ground, the nose. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. Hug the arms in, elbows pointing to the ceiling. Press the hips in. Inhale up to cobra. And then exhale, lower the head back down. Tuck the toes under, press into the hands and bring the hips back to the heels. That's it, and really lengthen the arms. Feel that length all the way down the sides of the body. You can either just come back to all fours or meet up in downward dog and just take a breath here. So wherever you wish to be, because you can always just carry on the flow from here. So if you're in downward dog or on all fours, we then bring the left foot forward again. That's it. Feel the top of the back foot, the right foot on the ground, press the shin in, press the left foot in, raise the arms up this side. That's it. Take a breath here. Really feel how we're making space, how the intercostal muscles are moving in the ribs. And then exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the toes under and step forward to forward fold. Press into the feet, sweep the arms up, really reach up to the ceiling and then exhale, lower the hands down. That's it. Now, if you've got bricks, maybe bring the bricks to each side of the feet. If you haven't, you can do it's easy, you know, we can do it without the bricks. This is just a good way to get into the high lunge is using the bricks. So having them at the top of the mat, each side of the feet. If you don't have the bricks, you just come onto the fingertips and I'll show you when we come down. So let's inhale, raise the arms up. Let's interlace the hands again and point the index fingers up. Hug the arms into the head, keeping the shoulders low. This time let's crescent over to the right first, and back to centre, over to the left, and back to centre, and a little back bend, look up to the ceiling, and back to centre. Exhale, a little bend in the knees, bring the hands down to the bricks if you've got the bricks. If not, just bring the hands down in front. You can inhale, halfway lift with the bricks, we'll bring the hands to the shins. Really feel that nice length in the back of the neck, and also feel that engagement with bringing the Manipura Chakra, that area, that soft area, towards the spine. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to step the right foot back. So if you've got the bricks, should be nice and high. If you haven't, we often do this without them anyway. Just maybe come to the fingertips. And what I find is that what you usually need to do is move the leg out a bit to slightly to outside, and then you can get more of a straight line in your body. So pressing through the back heel and reaching through the crown of the head. Find your really steady base. That's it. And then really think about your willpower to release your hands from the ground and come up into a high lunge. That's it. Or if you're feeling like just staying where you are today, just stay in the lunge. So reach through the sides of the body. Notice the breath here. And then release the hands down. If the bricks are there, move the bricks out of the way. We're actually going to step back to plank again. So remember, you can always just step back and bring the knees straight to the ground, or you can have the knees up, pressing through the heels, pressing into the ground. That's it. If your wrists are sore, remember you can always come down onto the forearms and come to a forearm plank, even with the knees as well. Let's all lower the knees down, lower the head down, hug the elbows in, press into the toes again and the hips, and come up to a nice low cobra. That's it, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, lovely. Exhale, lower the head down, tuck the toes under and take the hips back to the heels. Feel that lovely length after the cobra. Feel the lovely length in the lower back. And then we're going to come up to either all fours or downward dog, whichever you want to do today. Just take a breath in down dog or all fours. Look towards the hands and step the right foot forward. And remember, you can always just bring it. You can always pick it up and bring it forward as well. If you're using the bricks, you can bring the bricks back and come into the lunge this side. The bricks just give you a bit more room to move. You know, it's perfectly fine with the hands on the ground. The bricks just give you that extra space. Try here, drawing the hips towards each other, lengthening the crown of the head, and then visualizing yourself in the high lunge, bringing the arms up, pressing into the front foot, ball of the foot, using your strength to bring the body up. That's it. Okay. That's it, into high lunge. Lovely. Lower the hands down to the side of the foot and just step the foot forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Take a breath here. Bend the knees. Sweep the arms up. And then exhale, lower the arms down. That's it. Back to standing. And just taking a breath here. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to come into warrior one now. If you've got the bricks, we could use it because we're going to come into warrior three. you could use, for Warrior 3, we can use the bricks, the wall, or even, I could pretend like this is a chair. So you can even have a chair. Remember, Warrior 3 is when we just lift the back leg up. So you just something, so you can use the wall, you can have the wall in front, or you can use the bricks. But anyway, just thinking about what you're going to use. You could even move yourself more towards the wall, or just for when, but we're going to do Warrior 1 first. Just have whatever prop you want to use handy. But we're going to come into Warrior 1 first. So pressing into the feet and feeling the Tadasana pose, the mountain pose. Let's sweep the arms up in front this time and feel that length all along the front of the body. Exhale, a little bend in the knees and reach forward and come into that forward fold. Press the hips up to the ceiling, press the feet into the ground. That's it. And then bring the hands up to the shins and lengthen, draw the shoulder blades together, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to set the left foot back, but remember when we come into Warrior 1, it doesn't come back quite as far as when we're in a lunge, and it's pointed at about 45 degrees. And then you can even bring your hand up to your thigh to start with, your front foot. And this is where we want to find, we don't want to rush into the pose. So we want to find our really nice base. Eventually, we want that front thigh in line with the ground. Want the hips in line. So when you think about the hip, want to think that the hips, when you feel your hip points, they're completely in line with the front of the mat. And we're pushing into the outer edge of that left foot. Whoops. And pressing into the, as well as the side of it, of course, but really feel the outer edge, because you can tend to roll onto the inner edge. And then feeling those four corners of the right foot. Let's bring the arms up, shoulders stay low. Really nice, strong pose. See if you can take your mind into the Manipura Chakra. And breathe here. One more breath here. Really feel the strength in the pose. Release the arms and let's bring them down behind, interlace them, and just draw the shoulders down behind. So we're just reaching down through the back of the arms. And then releasing the arms. We're going to think about coming into the Warrior 3. Now, you could do it without any props whatsoever. And you could even have the hands behind and just take the weight into the front foot and come up like that if you want to do it like that today. Or bringing the props in. If you're using the bricks, remember, have the bricks. In fact, I'm going to move back a bit. Have the bricks quite away from the foot. And first of all, get that length and then reach forward and bring that leg up, hips even. If you're using a chair or the wall, exactly the same thing. In fact, with the wall, you could have the hands on the wall. This is a really nice way to do it. And you can press into the wall, press into that outer heel. So the wall is also really nice. Keep the hips really nice and even. That's it. Breathing here, another couple of breaths here. Press into the standing foot. And then gracefully bend that front knee. You might step back and come in, back into the Warrior 1. That's it, lovely. Couple more breaths here. We're going to exhale, bring the hands down, to the foot, to between the feet. Maybe move the bricks out of the way if they're in the way. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Step back, downward dog, or maybe all fours. Just take a breath here. Look between the hands and step the left foot forward, or bring the left foot forward. That's it. And just hop that right foot in for the warrior one this side. So you might want to bring the left foot out a bit more to widen your stance. And then bring the hands up either to the hips or to the thigh. Just find your base first. So where you feel good. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Reaching the crown of the head up. And then let's bring the arms up. Notice the quality of the breath here. So are you feeling that your breath is coming smoothly and easily? If you're finding it's a bit, you're holding it a bit or it's a bit jittery, maybe just lengthen the front leg a bit. Just a couple more breaths here. Really strong warrior pose. So we want that strength and that softness. And then we're going to transition into the balance, into warrior three. So really feel the length here. Oh, actually, let's bring the arms down. Again, behind, interlace them. Change which thumb's on top this time. It's a different thumb on top. And draw the shoulder blades together. That's it. And then release, bring the arms up unless you're going to come into the balance with the arms behind. And then really gracefully transition, take the weight. You can always hop that back foot forward. I'll have the bricks here. Bring the shoulders over the bricks. Nice long neck. Press through the back leg. So hips are even. So chair or same thing. So really feel the hips are even. So we don't want to lift the leg up or anything. And you can feel that line all the way from the crown of the head to the hips, from the hands to the back heel, the right heel. Notice your breath here. And then bending that front knee again, transitioning back to the warrior one to hold for a breath. Just inhale here, and as you exhale, step the foot up, bring the arms down. Lovely, everybody. And just notice how you're feeling after that warrior 1, 3 sequence. We're going to face long ways on the mat now. So if you've got bricks, maybe bring them to each end of the brick. If not, as I said, you can easily do it without the bricks. Let's bring the feet out. Usually you sort of say, bring the feet out, almost sort of where the wrists are. That's it. Press into the feet and reach the arms out. And take a breath here. I'm going to lower the hands down. Turn the left toes out first. If you're using a brick, maybe bring the brick to the outside of that left foot, sorry, and then coming back up and reach the arms. And you can use the hand easily enough rather than a brick. Press the feet. First of all, draw the feet in towards each other and feel all that energy coming up, and then press them away from each other. And then find that equal, that in the middle ground where you're pressing the feet in. And we're going to inhale and exhale, just reach over. That's it. Inhale, come back. And exhale, reach over. And one more time, inhale back. This time we exhale over And we either bring the hand down to the shin, the arm up, or if you've got a brick, you can bring the brick in. You might change where the brick is. On the shin, because we're not really putting any weight into the brick or the shin. It's just slight support. You might be pressing in gently with your hand, really keeping the sides of the body nice and long. Really feeling how that is the center of your body, breathing into that Manipura area. One more inhalation. Exhale, look down at the foot, and inhale, come up. Bring the feet parallel, bend in the knees, and just slide down. Shake the head and nod the head, maybe get rid of that brick. And then bend the knees back up to standing. So, turn the right toes out. Using the brick, bring it to the outer edge of the foot. And first of all, feel both feet, really, that you can feel every part of each foot on the ground. You're pressing them into the ground, energizes the legs, energizes all the way up through the body. And bring the arms out. 5-pointed pose, lovely. Inhale, reach. And exhale, reach over to the left, keeping the sides of the body long. Inhale up. And exhale, reach. And come back up. And then this time coming into the full Trikonasana, hand to brick or to shin. And just reaching, feeling that lovely space this posture creates right the way throughout the body. Keeping the breath nice and even. Inhale here, exhale, look down, and inhale, come up. Bring the feet even again, and just slide down to wide forward bend. Bend each knee, take the weight from side to side. And back up to center. Bend the knees, roll back up to standing. That's it. Heel toe the feet in. And just press it to the ground. Just notice how you're feeling after the Trikonasana. And then we're stepping back up to the top of the mat. We're going to come down onto our fronts. So we're going to inhale, let's bring the arms up in front again. Let's interlace them, one more crescent from side to side. Press into the right foot and crescent over to the left. Up to center. Press into the left foot, crescent over to the right. And back up to center. And then slightly lean back. And back to center. Release the hands, just have the palms facing each other. Utstahastasana, and then bend the knees, reach forward, last forward fold. Let's take the hands to the back of the shins, to the calves, and just draw the body towards the legs and feel the hips and the heels sort of on top of each other are in alignment. Just let the head be heavy. And then let's bend the knees and rest the stomach. You can feel the area we're thinking about, resting on the thighs. Just take a breath here. Bring the hands to the ground. I'm going to step back into plank. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, and just lower the body to the ground. Let's bring the hands on top of each other and just take a breath. Because we're going to come into a plank sequence and then the locust. So really focusing our energy in this Manipura area. Just allow the body to soften. Notice how you're feeling so far during the practice. And then lengthen out the legs, the hip distance apart. Tuck the toes under. Let's come on to our forearms, direct shoulders, maybe slightly, elbows very slightly back, slightly behind the shoulders. Spread the hands. You can spread the hands, your choice actually here. Spread the hands or have fists and press the fist. That can make a change. That you can tuck the thumbs under and press into the sides of the arms. And we're going to inhale here and exhale, raise the hips up. That's it. Inhale, lower down and just look ahead, but don't crunch up the back of the neck. And exhale, really drawing all the energy to that Manipura area, the core. Inhale, lower the hips one more time. Draw the shoulder blades together. Last time, forearm plank. And then lower the hips. Hands on top of each other again. Let the heels drop out. Take the hips from side to side. Let the shoulders release, everything release. Stretching the legs out again, tucking the toes under. Bringing the hands to underneath the shoulders. And first of all, just press up onto the knees. You can always just stay here. So we could do you can do a supported side plank, which we'll do. Let's do that first, because then we can either just do that again or transfer into the full side plank. So let's stretch the left leg out. You can release the toes of the right. You can just bring the right shin out a bit to support you, and then bring the feet in line and reach the arm up. See how that works? So we're just on the whole right side of the body with the left leg extended. And we can always bring the left arm over. That's it. And then bring the hand down. Come back with the knees. The knees are a bit away. They're not directly underneath the hips here, because it's a supported side plank. This time, bring the right leg out. Remember, you can always move that left shin up to the outer edge of the mat, and that gives you more support. Or keep it in line. Bring the right leg in line with the left. Raise the arm up. Press into the hand. Press into the hips. Bring the arm across. And then bring the hand down, bring the knees back. Take the hips back to the heels, bring the forehead to the ground, and take a breath. Now you can either repeat that or come forward again, and we can come into full plank. Bring the feet together. So either repeating, if you wish to repeat the supported plank, do that, or if you wish to come into full side plank, bring the feet to the legs really tight together, roll over onto the outer edge of the right foot and reach the left arm up. You might even bring the left arm up across, that's right, pushing up. Noticing the breath here. Bring the left hand down, roll onto the feet. Roll over to the left side, right arm up, press the hips up, bring the right arm alongside the ear, that's it. And then bring the hand down, take a breath, you can always bring the knees down or take a breath and plank, and then lower the knees, lower the head, hands again on top of each other, crocodile. Take the hips from side to side. Let's see what time is. That's it, just taking a breath here. Notice the quality of your breath again. Notice the connection here. You can really feel the Manipura Chakra area really in contact with the earth. So as we lie here, just take your breath into that area. And feel how it pushes as you inhale, it presses against the earth. And you can feel it softening as you exhale. You're going to lengthen the legs out, hip distance apart again, and come to Salabhasana or locust. So we're going to bring the hands each side of the body, thumbs facing down, so the palms are facing the body. And we're going to do half locust first. So remember how we raise the head, the right arm and the left leg, but we keep the right arm and the left leg long, and the crown of the head reaching to the back of the neck long. And we exhale, the right arm, left leg, head down. Inhale, head, left arm reaches back, right leg lifts, reaches back. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more each side. Inhaling, up, opposite arm, opposite leg, exhale down. Head, left arm, right leg, exhale down. 1 more time each side. Just take a look at you. That's it. This is really lovely for your lower back and also strengthening that whole central area. That's it. Last one. That's it. And releasing down. And then coming into full Salabhasana, if that feels good for you today. So we're going to inhale and raise the head, both arms, both legs. Reach the hands for the legs, reach the crown of the head to the top of the mat. And exhale down. Inhale up, full Salabhasana. And exhale down. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Just release, bring the hands on top of each other, hips to side. Now we're just going to give this a go because bow pose is a really fantastic pose for the Manipura Chakra. We bend, we don't want to make the legs come apart. We want to keep the legs in line with the hips so they're parallel with each other. And we bend the left knee and take hold of the left foot. If you can, reach back to it. We can always just do half. Sort of bring the head back to the ground, bend the right knee and take hold of the right foot. If you can't, you can always take hold of your leggings as well. That's quite a good thing to do. If your arms don't quite reach, you can take hold of your leggings or your trousers and hold on there. You can just stay there. It's just that's stretching the quads anyway. If you're managing to hold on to the feet or the ankles, draw the shoulder blades together, keep the legs parallel. And we're going to inhale and we're going to raise the legs, raise the head, but keep the back of the neck long. Draw the shoulder blades together. And if you breathe here, breathe into the Manipura, it might rock backwards and forwards. Just see how it goes. That's it, lovely. And then release the legs, release the arms. Let's press back, nice wide knees into child's pose. It's quite a lot of working on the lower back and that central core area. Just notice that Manipura area. Notice how the rest of the body is feeling. Notice how your mind is. Is it feeling focused and calm, or is it racing around? No, don't make any judgments, just notice what's going on. Another nice deep breath here. And then walk the hands back. I'm going to come towards the middle of the mat. I'm going to do the Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is a very funny name, half Lord of the Fishes, which is the twist. So remember, we've got options here what to do. So come over, just take your hips over to the left. Just try it first in the full position. And then take your right leg and bring it over to the outside of the left thigh. So I'll show you from the front as well. So I take my hips over to the left and my feet come out. And then I take the right leg over and then I bring both sitting bones down. That's right. And then hold on to the shin and lengthen the spine and press the sitting bones in. If you have difficulty or pain keeping that, you can always do it with the bottom base legs straight out. So that's the other option. But if you can do it today like this, that's great. So inhale, lengthen, and then we're going to bring the right hand behind. So I'm going in the opposite direction to all of you. Press into the foot, the right foot, raise the left arm up, and then hook it round and just twist. So we're really twisting in that upper area, which we're focusing on. Just gently look towards the right shoulder, but not with any force. We want the neck to be soft. And we're going to inhale, lengthen, very subtly. We're not, nobody can sort of see you doing this, but this is what we do to activate the pose. Inhale, we're lengthening the body, and exhaling, it means we're creating a little bit more room to maybe twist a little bit more in that upper waist area. That's it. So breathing there. One more inhale. And as you exhale, you come back to the front. So that's it. Bring the knees, come back up onto the knees and take the hips over to the other side. So to the right side and the legs are to the left. That's it. We bring the left leg over. Remember, we twist towards the bent, the top leg. So you probably won't feel the left sitting bone as much on the floor. You feel much more the right sitting bone or the right side. But press into that left foot, feel the right leg, and lengthen the spine. Bring the left hand behind, so we're twisting towards the upper leg. Inhale, raise the right arm up. That's it. And then twist towards the leg. You can really use your arm as a sort of tool to help move you. So inhaling here, lengthening. Exhaling, you might twist a little bit more. And really here is where you can really concentrate on that seat of power, that seat of transformation. And of course, all the twists, as I always say, are really good for your digestion, so your physical digestion when you eat. Doing twists first thing in the morning, really good to set you up for the day. And also in the evening, if you're feeling a bit full before you go to sleep, good to do a couple of twists. One more inhale here, and exhale back to center. I'm going to come back on the length of my mat, across the legs, bringing the legs in front, hip distance apart, bringing the hands behind, press into the hands and the feet evenly, raise the hips up, and exhale, lower the hips down. Keep the hands behind and maybe come up onto the fingertips so that we're drawing the shoulder blades together. So we want the back nice and long and tall here. So we want to use that area for Navasana, for boat pose. We want to use the core. We don't want to use the back muscles. So we don't want to collapse into the back. So you can let's just first of all, just all come onto the heels, lift one leg and then the other. And just notice how that makes us feel. Maybe do it again, one leg and then the other. That's it. And then keeping that length in the back, maybe bring the hands to the back of the thighs, keep the shoulder blades coming towards each other, and then maybe bring up one leg, which is bring it parallel to the ground, and then the other. That's it. So we're really using those core muscles. You can always just keep it as one, and maybe let go of the legs. Reach the hands. That's it. Lovely, everybody. And then release. Let's stretch the legs out. Inhale, reach the arms up and just forward fold. Just doing a quick forward fold, Paschimottanasana here. Going to press the hands into the legs as we come up, slide them up. It's quite nice to give the legs a rub. One more upward lift. So bring the hands behind this time again. You can either have, sometimes it's quite nice to have the fingers facing inwards here. Point the toes, inhale and exhale, press into the feet, lift the body up. That's it. And then exhale, lower the body down. And just move the hips in, bring the feet hip distance apart, and just curl the spine back onto the ground. That's it. Let's bring the feet out as wide as the mat and let the knees drop in. Constructive rest. Allow the body to settle. Imagine, we've been on our fronts, we've been standing, the organs will be moving about inside the body. Allow the skeleton to settle to the ground, to the earth. Imagine all the organs, the digestive system, everything just settling towards the earth. And then just bring the knees up over the ankles, bring the palms out, and just take the knees from side to side. Nice windscreen wiping of the legs, rolling over the back of the hips. So, back to center, walk the feet in, and let's bring the arms out to a T from the shoulders. And let's cross the right leg over the left. Bring the knees towards the chest, squeeze them together, squeeze them into the chest, and then take them over to the left. And just maybe take the gaze to the right if that's nice for your neck. Nothing forcing, just let the weight of the head draw the head over. Let the weight of the knees and the legs create the twist. Notice the breath here. Inhaling, same as when we're sitting, we're sort of lengthening whenever we inhale. Maybe taking the breath into the Manipura area. And as you exhale, just releasing maybe that right shoulder even a little bit more. Seeing if it can release to the ground. What else can you release? Inhale here. Nice deep exhale. And then bring the legs back up to center. Notice the body. Notice if you feel a slight difference between each side. And then cross the left leg over the right. Bring the knees towards the chest. Squeeze the legs together. And then take the legs over to the right. Take the gaze over to the left. It's comfortable. And then with every exhalation, see where you can soften. One more breath here. And then roll back onto your back. Release the foot. Let's just take the legs up towards the ceiling and the arms and just give them a little shake. That's it. And then place the feet on the ground. Stretch one leg to one corner of the mat towards one corner, one towards the other. And then just release the hands out. It's your choice. It's nice to release the arms out to the side with the palms facing up, or you can always have them on your abdomen. And just release to the ground. Make sure you're really comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out through the mouth. And then just let the breath float in and out of the body. And then just allow the body to completely fall into a deep rest. The bones come into a deep rest. The bones fall towards the earth. Allow the brain to rest, the lungs, the heart, and all the internal organs. Releasing the muscles, allowing all the muscles to rest. The bones are heavy and resting. The eyes are deep in the sockets, releasing. Jaw is released. The whole body is soft, released, and resting. Allowing everything to release. And as you lie here, I'll just read you something from Anna Dear Judith, who has done a lot of work on chakras. What she wrote in with regards to the Manipura Chakra is, what is needed to reclaim our power is to enter into an entirely new dynamic, a new definition of power that lifts us out of struggle and into transformation, out of the past and into the future, one that inspires, strengthens, and empowers individuals, but without diminishing others. And then when you're ready, just bringing a little bit of movement to the fingers and the toes, taking the head from side to side, walking the feet in, just roll over onto one side, just take a breath here as you lie in fetal position, and then gently pushing up Bringing the head up last. Keeping the eyes half gaze or closed. And just taking a moment to notice how you feel. And we're just going to repeat to ourselves, I am calm, confident, and can completely rely on my own inner resources. So I'm calm, confident, and can completely rely on my own inner resources. Bring the palms of the hands together and really rub them together to create some heat. Really feel that heat. And then cup the hands over the eyes and feel that heat against the eyes, against the face. And then slowly opening your eyes as you bring the hands away from the face. Move them down to heart center. And thank you for coming to the class today, and I hope you've benefited from your practice. And take the power with you. Have a good week, everybody.
Thank you, Mary. You too.
Thank you. And if you want, you know, if you ever got any questions afterwards, just always ask. Okay.
Thanks,
Have a
Mary.
good week. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good week,
Have a good
everybody.
week. Bye.
Chantal,
I'm going to send you a message.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, because you said tomorrow or
Friday. Yeah.
What time? Anyone is good for me.
Oh, okay. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it early-ish? What time?
10 is 10ish or good for you?
Yeah, 10's fine.
Or earlier?
No, that's all right, because I can get there from like 9:15. But yeah, it's fine.
Okay, well, I'll come about 9:30.
Okay then.
Yeah, and then we can just, yeah, then I can see you, because I've sort of got other stupid things to do tomorrow as well. No, that'll be good. How did you find that, Chantal?
Well, my body is in agony because I don't know why. I went to Pimlico yesterday, but I was up and down yesterday. So where I thought, oh yes, I'm going to be like last night. I was up from 3 this morning, and then yeah, no, it's really makes me so exhausting. And then Marisa had a little cough, so she was coughing, so that woke me up. But I went to bed and I rubbed myself with my lavender and I was all relaxed and everything. And I said, I'm going to wake up with no pain and I'm going to be really nice this morning. So I woke up and I was like, I was exhausted, but I didn't have any pain. Yeah. But then now when I went to do the yoga, I'm like, oh, my body's aching me.
Oh no.
But I said I persevered through it though. And I
well, only ever do what feels good.
I did. Did you see some of it?
And also,
some of it.
Yeah,
some of them I didn't
to your body is just really good anyway.
Yeah, some of them I didn't do, and I just when you were doing, especially like the downward dog
and everything.
Yeah, my right side is still just giving me so much, but my friend said maybe your stress is on your right side of your body.
Exactly, that can be it as well. Yeah. And it's just even always rest during the class whenever you want to, and it's just taking that time out for yourself.
Yes.
And just doing whatever you can, because that just makes such a difference, you know.
Yes, I like when you say listen to your body. So my body's like, no, that one.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Just don't do it. And sometimes you might think, oh yeah, I want to do that again. Actually, you know, it really varies, and that's what is important about it. Actually, that's what I forgot to say as well, because there was this really good thing that I read that they said yoga. Where is that? Yeah, so yoga is finding the right combination of resistance and freedom, containment and release, holding on and letting go. Oh. So its goal is mastery of yourself and your life.
Yes.
Which I think is very relevant, you know, and it is about when we're doing the yoga practice of really listening to yourself and not forcing yourself to do things that you shouldn't be doing or don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you say at the end? I am calm.
confident,
confident,
calm, confident, and can completely rely on my inner resources.
inner resources. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write that. I'm gonna write that down.
I'm calm, confident, and can completely rely on my own inner resources.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all about transformation and getting what you want from life, which
yeah.
is really difficult. Anyway, listen, I'll see you tomorrow, Chantal.
Yes, you have a lovely day.
I hope you feel a bit better for doing the yoga today.
Yes, yeah, I do. It's my mind was racing while you were saying it, and I'm like, when you said, "Oh, is your mind calm?" and then you said, "Oh, your mind might be racing," I'm like, "Yeah, my mind's just still racing."
Yeah, and then try and take it back to your breath when you feel like that.
Yes.
Try and just slowly anchor it to your breath. And
Yeah,
just watch your breath coming in and out. And even if you just stay on your breath for a few seconds, then go off, and then you come back again, it still means that you're giving your whole system that rest,
yes,
which
yeah.
is what's most important.
It-
Okay, then, Chantal. Well, listen, see you tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah.
see you in the morning.
See you in
Bye.
the morning, 9:30, 9:45, I'll probably be there.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, see you
All right,
tomorrow.
take care. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.